Your reward for sacrificing your dignity after winning a gold medal. And somebody left in disgust too. What's that there on the ground? Hey, Trump, somebody threw their Happy Meal on the ground. Yeah, go ahead and pick that up so you can serve those fries to whoever come next. Like if the U.S. soccer team decide that they want to crash out like this, you can serve them fries fresh off the ground. I mean, they want a gold medal, Trump. At least bring some McDonald's land characters. Grimace wasn't available. You couldn't get a meet and greet with Grimace or the Hamburglar or nothing. Y'all would have been treated better going to meet with Mayor McCheese than President Trump. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse. You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's just about the country.
And while we're there, let us start with a prayer.
Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj, Lord, yes. She's been going through a lot lately, Lord, and hasn't been herself, Lord. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain, Lord. Take it out of her ass, Lord. We bind that spirit in her ass, Lord. And oh yeah, Lord, before we go, Lord, if there are any white men out here in the audience, Lord, with Tourette's.
Hey, Deion Cole. Yeah, Jesus in my dream said he not trying to hear all that. He said, yeah, she know exactly what she did and she got to take accountability for it. Then he started speaking in tongues and said that's what her freestyles sound like. Yeah, it was pretty harsh, I'll be honest. How's everything going in MAGA land? America in one picture. Wait a minute. Is that McDonald's? You can't be that sad around the Happy Meals. No, you can't be sad around. No, you done brought everybody Happy Meals down. Now they mildly amused meals. They not even happy no more. Cause of you. What you doing with McDonald's anyway? Wait a minute, is that the U.S. hockey team? He gave up. No, it's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. Y'all know the quality of that man's culture. He didn't just land on McDonald's. He been at McDonald's. Ask anybody who that's what he do. Y'all all excited at the State of the Union thinking y'all was getting a meal. He didn't go to Shake Shack or nothing. He didn't even get y'all Whoppers. That man, bruh, I be embarrassed about Trump a lot, but this one of the ones where I'm like, Trump, you know what I mean? Because you had to think, they had a conversation where they were like, okay, these people are signing themselves up to be used by the administration as propaganda. Why don't we make sure we make them feel good and rewarded and well treated for their efforts? Nope. Didn't even do that. Didn't even do that. And y'all were laughing at the women's team. y'all couldn't even go to practice the next day. Y'all had to hit the injured list until that McDonald's worked its way out your system. How about that? Your reward for sacrificing your dignity after winning a gold medal. And somebody left in disgust too. What's that there on the ground? Hey, Trump, somebody threw their Happy Meal on the ground. Yeah, go ahead and pick that up so you can serve those fries to whoever come next. Like if the U.S. soccer team decide that they want to crash out like this, you can serve them fries just fresh off the ground. I mean, they want a gold medal, Trump. At least bring some McDonald land characters. Grimace wasn't available. You couldn't get a meet and greet with Grimace or the Hamburglar or nothing. Y'all would have been treated better going to meet with Mayor McCheese than President Trump.
It just keeps getting more and more hilarious. You're telling me that they not only gave them bottles of water, not even in a cup, not even in a glass, and then presented them with McDonald's cold ass Big Macs and quarter pounders on paper plates in the White House. It sold your reputation for a cold Big Mac. Look at homeboy's face over there. He does not look happy. That guy right there looks like he's regretting his entire life. I would be too if they gave me ketchup without any motherfucking fries. How do you give them McDonald's, but you don't give them French fries?
The fries is on the floor. The fries is on the floor. Oh man, that would be harsh with McDonald's and no fries. That'd be a hate crime. That'd be like serving them Popeyes biscuits with no drink.
Smaller legs in the way.
I mean, that's the level of energy that they had put into this. And let's also keep in mind that the White House has top-notch chefs on standby at all times. It took more effort for them to get y'all cold Big Macs and quarter pounders than it would have just to serve y'all regular food. Like, he actually put effort into your degradation.
Meanwhile, the women's team is not only getting an all-expenses-paid trip to Vegas hosted by Flavor Flav, but Stanley Tucci took the U.S. women's hockey team to his favorite restaurant in Mulan. You won a gold medal for a PEDO, and you were given a Happy Meal. Maybe you would have been happier if you didn't, I don't know, not laugh at a joke that obviously degraded women. I wouldn't have even gone, honestly. You know, all you had to do was just hang up the phone. Because it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. That's too hard to comprehend because you're patriotic, which I don't know what's funny to begin with because 8 out of the 12 gold medals won were by women. It's not funny. It's never going to be funny. No matter how much you want to idolize a person that wants to make you think that it's funny.
8 out of the 12 gold medals were won by women. And how many of them went to the White House and ate cold quarter pounders on a paper plate with a side of fries off the floor? You know? Craig did all of that. You did all of that. All the laughing and kikiing. Well, you know, at least he didn't use y'all or nothing.
They booed our national anthem, so I had to come out and teach those maple syrup eating f***s a lesson. Canada, we own you, lil bro.
Well, it looks like the USA hockey players are finding out what it means to become a pawn of Donald Trump. Brady Kachchuck, who plays for the Ottawa Senators, said he didn't appreciate the AI doctor video released by the White House that made it appear like he was disparaging Canadians. The clip has been seen by over 11 million people on TikTok and shared on other platforms. Brady said, well, it's clearly fake because it's not my voice, not my lips moving. I'm not in control of any of those accounts. I know that those words would never come out of my mouth, so I can't do anything about it. When asked if he enjoyed the video, he said, it's not my voice, it's not what I was saying. I would never say anything like that. That's not who I am, so I guess I don't like the video because that would never come out of my mouth and never had that thought. Well, this is what happens when you decide you're going to let Donald Trump use you as a prop. You stay a prop. That's what he thinks of you. And it's funny how the United States and Donald Trump keep using AI to imitate people when his own wife is trying to champion legislation to get rid of deep fake AI videos because they don't want people making AI videos of her in her old profession.
What was that? Was she a shoe model? Was she a linguist? Yeah, because I saw she was reading books to kids, so I thought it might have been something like that. So let me get this straight, USA Hockey. So y'all, according to Kash Patel, went out of your way to invite him to celebrate with the boys, took Trump's call, laughed like y'all was watching Eddie Murphy Raw at everything that came out of his mouth, including disparaging the women's team, then dragged yourselves down to the White House to eat cold. Are we sure they were Big Macs and Quarter Pounders? Those look like those kind of look like McDoubles. You know what I mean? Those kind of look like McDoubles. Those might have been the regular cheeseburgers. We know they was off the value menu. That's one thing that we know. For him to use AI video to push their propaganda. U.S. hockey player Brady Kachchuck slams White House TikTok as clearly fake after anti-Canada slur. The video includes fabricated audio of Kachchuck referring to Canadians as maple syrup eating bleeps with the expletive bleeped out. The video carries a note saying it contains AI generated media. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Kachchuck also denied being the voice heard shouting, "Close the northern border," during Team USA's celebratory phone call with U.S. President Donald Trump after Sunday's 2-1 overtime win over Canada. A number of the men's players traveled to Washington on Tuesday and visited Trump in the White House before being guests at the State of the Union. Y'all remember the State of the Union, the one that he did during Black History Month, mere days after hosting a whole Black History Month event for the Black MAGAs, tossed them a whole bunch of biscuits. Maybe they got the biscuits with no drink. And a week and change after the death of Jesse Jackson, gave a whole speech, almost 2 hours, and didn't acknowledge Black people at all. After talking all that Black History Month, Black History Year jazz a couple days before. See, we're not new to this. We don't need to be educated about all of this. Y'all talk about close the northern border. I don't know where the border is because y'all act like y'all ain't seen the Trump administration before. When you wallow with a pig, you can't complain about smelling like crap. I mean, let's be honest. He started the exploitation of your gold medal immediately. I'll be honest, having Trump do physical exercise has to be one of the great achievements of mankind. It really is. We gonna have conversations about when we knew that AI was going to propel us into a new phase of humanity. And for me, it was when they had Trump doing physical exercise. That's crazy. I say, wow. You know what I mean? They got that man. Do you see the photo of him jogging? I thought when they put those abs on those NFTs, that was going to be the height of artistic achievement. I thought that was going to be it. They got this man doing cardio. This man didn't even wait till y'all put y'all sticks away to exploit your achievement, which is exactly why so many of us felt so ambivalent about the event.
As I read about Kash Patel's celebrating with Team USA and the hockey win over Canada at the Olympics, I don't know, it just feels like another opportunity to remind everybody, you know, for a lot of us Americans, everything that's happening right now is deeply embarrassing and fills us with great shame and humiliation and we understand what this all looks like. We know you're not going to trust us for decades. We know there's no point to any of it, and it all just sucks. So we're not all pieces of shit MAGA f***s. Watching Kash Patel celebrate with Team USA in the hockey room like a fucking frat boy, chugging beers like a dick, reminds me of the time my cousin Freddie went streaking after the Red Sox won the World Series. And I just kept thinking, yeah, we're all on the same team here, but we're not with that guy.
Anyone who's ever aligned with this administration, even remotely, has been made a total fool of, and yet y'all keep signing right on up to look like a fool. You're not special, Brady. Trump is an equal opportunity offender. That's probably the best case that Black MAGA can make, that Trump is in fact not racist, that he will abuse and degrade just about anybody he can. So if you're scoring from home, he brought y'all out to do the anti-Black State of the Union with y'all as guests. Now, I know you probably don't really think much or concern yourself much with Black fans, but then he made the joke at the expense of the women's team, and I know you may not think much or have much regards to female fans, but then they doctored an AI video of you disparaging Canadians. And y'all play hockey. Trump. Trump, he gonna make sure that everybody regret wallowing with him.
Sorry, we saw. I know you supported the women's team. I saw you watching their semifinal. I heard KK talking about you, Abby Murphy. But you understand how they could feel pretty put down by that moment?
I mean, I get it. I think, I don't really. Of course, I have no really other comments other than, for the things that we can control, and that was, we supported them, they support us. Can't control about what other people say. That's just kind of life itself. So, but for us, I thought not just the importance, but it was fun being around them. It was fun seeing them play. It was fun to see the excellence that they brought every single game, and how they're by far the best team in that tournament. It was just fun hanging out with them after, picking their brains. They're picking our brains, and it was just fun to be around them.
So then why would you laugh when they got invited?
I mean, I don't really have an answer. Honestly, it was just a whirlwind of a moment that, you can't really control what somebody says, and it just, I guess, caught off guard a little bit. But when you're talking to the president 10 minutes after you just achieve your dream, it's just the fact that you're talking to him. It's just, you can't really believe where your life's at, that you're talking to the president of the United States after you just won a gold medal.
Now, I don't think it would be just to hold him singularly responsible and to press him for the behavior of the group. And not to mention the fact that there were a great many of them that decided to not even go down there. It wasn't rocking with this whole orchestrated dog and pony show. That being said, I think it is instructive to inform him of how everything has been received, not just by Canadians, but also by women. His answer there was fine by me as far as trying to skirt your way out of the AI and joke flap. As far as going down there and all the pageantry, that's a whole nother thing. But see, here's the thing about MAGA. As much as Trump is accustomed to using and exploiting people for his own ego and benefit, MAGA has been known to do the same. Ain't that right, Sydney Sweeney? Hey, Sydney Sweeney, did you ever tell Nicki Minaj about how the movie's been going? Have you told Nicki Minaj about that? It might help. It might help. And tell her that prayer didn't land either. And none of it did. Matter of fact, I think that Bible's on fire. That Trump, I can see it right there. Look like a burning bush. There it is right there. Help her with that. MAGA is just as accustomed to Trump when it comes to exploiting people for their own upliftment and benefit. So as much as he wanted to work his way out of this whole mess, this is how y'all rock. A Canadian reporter who's most likely has pronouns in her bio demands that Brady Kachchuck apologize for laughing with Trump. These people are such pathetic losers. Then followed it up to say, haha, I was correct. So I was just at the point of providing some grace for Brady Kachchuck and all of this landing on his particular lap, especially considering he was the one that they made the AI video about. But leave it to MAGA to deny that possibility and make sure that they, the administration, their culture, and by proxy, our hockey team look as loathsome as possible. The female Canadian reporter who tried to get Ottawa Senators captain Brady Kachchuck to apologize for laughing at Trump's impeachment joke shared screenshots of the backlash. Perfect examples why women shouldn't be in the men's locker room. Nice question, bleep. Isn't this our inbred looking B who asked Brady if he laughed at a joke? Wow. Despicable piece of God. Yeah. It's going great, MAGA. It's going great. Yeah, they were like a brief moment of providing some spaces of great. No, y'all killed it. Y'all good. Y'all good. Yeah, you proved them all right.
This message is for Austin Matthews, the captain of the Team USA hockey team. Bro, you have the answers to the test tattooed on you. Literally, you had the answers to the test tattooed on your skin, and you still failed the test. Here's you, and unfortunately Dylan Larkin, standing behind the President of the United States flashing your gold medals yesterday. I had someone in my comment section yesterday literally say that you have a Martin Luther King Jr. tattoo, quote, on you. And this is what the quote says. The quote is, the ultimate measure of a man is not whether he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. If this is true, good God, the cognitive dissonance going on in your brain. This is you standing next to a guy Martin Luther King Jr. wouldn't have anything to do with. When I saw that, I was so disappointed in you. You're the captain of the team. You have the biggest voice in the locker room. You could have said something, but instead, you laughed it up with that guy of all people. Good God.
Yeah, and it's too bad you didn't have teammates that were willing to stand on business. I bet they don't even have the tattoo. They were just able to stand on business, understand what challenge meant. You know, they were able to meet that challenge when it entered their lives. I just got to ask Austin Matthews about the comfort and convenience of that big double. You know what I mean? I got to ask him about that. The comfort and convenience of the McDouble and the small fry with no ketchup. Was that your challenge? Was that your challenge? He was like, I was able to push through that meal and still make it to the state. I made it. That was my MLK moment right there. That was my MLK moment. And here's the thing, you don't actually have to look far for people that were able to do that. Your teammates, Jake Gensel and Jake Ottinger, Jackson Lacombe, Kyle Connor, Brock Nelson. Hell, even Canada stands on business better than y'all. Ain't no way why Jonathan Taves should have more of an understanding and context for what's going on here in America from Winnipeg. And shout out to Manitoba, by the way. Ain't no way this kid came from Winnipeg and stands on business more than y'all. I mean, is anybody happy about how everything unfolded after the gold medal was won? Like, was it literally horrible for all involved? Trump told FBI Director Kash Patel he didn't like his Olympics hijinks. Trump told Patel directly he wasn't pleased about his viral locker room partying, with the U.S. men's hockey team, as well as his use of a government jet to travel to Italy. Now, you knew that was coming. You knew that was coming because he got so much attention for partying with the boys. But Kash. So let me get this straight. You got dragged by Trump. Got the whole team in trouble. Let the stream get out in the first place, so you got yourself in trouble for the use of the jet, which you already had issues with use of the jet, so you showed yourself to be incompetent at your job. The head of the FBI can't contain the stream. For the gift of giving us this content. Wait, we gonna have this content forever. You did this. You got yourself in trouble at work for this? To give us this? You took the FBI jet to look this Boy, that was the energy of somebody locked up who sees their child get drafted and knows they're gonna put some money on his books. That was that energy right there. Embarrassing, honestly. For all involved, hey, USA Hockey. Honestly, we know how Trump moves. We know exactly how Trump moves. I think your downfall was Kash. I'll say your downfall is blame Kash. Blame Kash. Don't nothing good come when Kash come around. Honestly, he in trouble again. Last May, Mr. Patel attended a secret national security conference at an exclusive resort outside London and invited Miss Wilkins to join him at a group dinner with King Charles III at Windsor Castle. The Royalty and Specialist Protection Service balked at fetching her from the airport, so the FBI scrambled tactical agents and an embassy vehicle, according to a person with knowledge of the plan. Kash Patel's girlfriend seeks fame and fortune, escorted by an FBI SWAT team. I mean, your biggest indicator that that's what she's looking for is that they still together after that video exists of him in the locker room. If they stayed together after that, you knew what it was. I mean, that was like an integrity test, because I don't think anybody with any integrity could stay with Kash after that. That just is what it is. Now, USA Hockey, good luck to you. Good luck to you. I don't know. It's going to be a minute for the Canadian fans. I can tell you that. It's going to be probably forever for the black fans. Maybe the women might forgive you.
This is a message for the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team, who were just caught on a video giggling and pissing all over themselves in glee because Trump called them up on speakerphone in their locker room so that he could openly mock and insult the U.S. women's Olympic hockey team, who, by the way, just became world champions in their sport. All the while, our FBI director is inexplicably standing in the corner looking like the first motherfucker to ever be given a Make-A-Wish for being terminally 5'4" and cross-eyed. How does it feel to know that you just won an Olympic gold medal, and still at the end of this year, the thing that most Americans will associate your sport with is two fictional men pounding each other's holes to smithereens in a 6-episode arc on an HBO Max show? I'm assuming it takes at least 2 full good minutes for you to disappoint every single woman you've ever slept with. It only took you like 37 seconds from getting off of the ice from your game into the locker room to disappoint the entire damn country, you loser bitches.
I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. I spoke too soon. I don't think that's going to work out. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. You know, maybe you can ask the U.S. women's team if they can maybe give y'all inroads back. You know, they might be able to help. Don't go to them right now. They busy. They busy. They ate good.
Hey, yo, Hilary Knight and the women's hockey team. I know y'all got my invite to come to Vegas. I want to go bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Guess what I'm going to do? I want to bring all United States female Olympians and Paralympians, the ones that won medals. Also, all my USA bobsled and skeleton athletes. You know what I'm saying? I'm your official sponsor and hype man. Just remember that. All right? And I got you guys covered. All right? We're going to throw a big party. You know what I'm saying? One night. And all Olympians are invited to come to this party. All right? I mean, we got to build up everybody. And that's what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to see everybody bring your body to the party. All right? Flavor Flav in full effect. Let's get down. All right? Support women's sports. It's all about women's sports, baby.
I must say, Flavor Flav, I thought it was kind of a joke when you initially came out, but I was not familiar with your game. Honestly, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. Now I see what Delicious and Toasty was talking about. Now I see why Hoops and Honey was so excited. You know what I mean? I see. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it. Everybody from Bucky to Buck Wild, they was really about it. They was really about that action. And now I see how you do, Flavor Flav. That I see why Brigitte Nielsen was willing to throw it all away. I get it. I get that right now. Y'all, hey, shout out to you, Flavor Flav. Shout out to women's team. Y'all have a good old time. Just make sure y'all clear out of there before New York come. Y'all don't want that problems. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Well, we did it. We finally hit another milestone.
Yay!
Hey, put your shirt back on. What you think, you in the cabinet? That's right, we passed 700. I ain't been this excited to pass 700 since I took my SATs. No, that was just on the math section. I didn't have a whole 700 score. Well, see, SATs used to be out of 1600. You know, I'm not going to explain this to y'all. Y'all got me explaining the olden days, got me feeling old. I talk about the good old days and I get up limping for no reason whatsoever. Wikipedia is your friend. Yeah, boy. And as we always do, we gonna party. But I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to all the people whose work have led us here, starting with our editors, Denzel and Boz.
What? Bro, let's get straight to it. On my mama, we lit.
If y'all got issues with any of the videos, y'all blame them.
That's cold-blooded.
If you like it, then I did it, because I be editing sometimes too. You know when I edit because the audio be all over the place. You know, the audio get loud for no reason. That's how you know that I edited something. And of course, I want to give a shout out to my man, David Threefall, who is not only responsible for all of the thumbnails, but as well as creating the intros and the outros for Street Politics and Troubled Waters and Races of the Week. He did them all. Who Raised Y'all? He organized and created all of those intros and outros that you see and enjoy on the channel. So shout out to him. And by the way, if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff, make sure you give him a shout. I need it! One day I'm going to show y'all some of the outtakes, some of the rejected scenes from the creation of all of those. That might have to hit the members channel before too long. But if you're looking for any of that kind of work, you can hit me up at admin@reesewaters.com and I will pass you along to him. Of course, our head moderator, Mrs. Ray, always keeping things moving and keeping things on point. Shout out to her. as well as for organizing my email.
Yeah!
Wouldn't nobody get answers if it wasn't for Miss Ray. Y'all just be like seeing an old classmate in the grocery store. I'm just gonna keep it pushing. If he don't see me, he won't miss me.
What do you mean by that?
And of course, where would we be without Regina doing the Lord's work on research? She reaches far and wide, and all of the ways in which you guys always talk about how the clips are always on time and relevant, and all the videos are so in depth, and you get so much good context. That is thanks to Regina. So shout out to her. But she been sparing Ohio. I've been seeing how y'all been moving Ohio. Regina's trying to protect you. It ain't gonna work. I got something for you. I got something for you. Of course, I want to give a shout out to all of our current mods, including lovely Nola, Deshauna, Kristen, and I believe Mimi is on the way as well. Shout out to her. And of course, I got to give a shout out to all the people over at Patreon, especially the people that keep the Patreon chat moving. Did y'all know we have a 24-hour Patreon chat? Patreon.com/Reese Waters. My man TP and Daniel Witters and Keith Green and Treva, so many people out there, as well as people that actually go from Patreon to YouTube and back again. April Hughes, Denatra, Joyce Samples, Sarge Tech, Roberta, all you guys so much. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your love, all of your encouragement, keeping this channel going and get us pushing to and past 700K. 700K? What, they think we buying Nicki Minaj bots? That's too high.